Once upon a time, there was a teacher with secret mathematical powers. I guess this is how I would look if I was in a math superhero comic book. Pretty cool, right? Having fun playing with some of the filters on this app. Anyway, let's get to our statistics review. All right, so this is from last week's Kahoot statistics homework. All right, this one, there was a separate video, an education video made on this. All right, and it was only 12 questions. It was graded on accuracy. All right, so hopefully you guys did pretty well with mean, median, mode, and range. All right, the first one, pretty straightforward. You got 5 numbers here. All right, I would just add all those up. You can either do that in your head or, in a calculator, and you should get 30. All right, when you take the sum of all 5 of those, then you divide by the total of numbers. There were 5 numbers there, so 30 divided by 5 gets you your answer of 6. All right, try to keep this video relatively short. The next one talked about median. Luckily for us, they were all in numerical order already from least to greatest, which helps us find the median. So then I like to just, if I wrote these on paper, I would just start crossing off. Okay, 14's gone, 35 gone, because that's the smallest and the largest number, and you keep doing that pattern until you get down to, if it's an odd number of values, then you just get one number left in the middle. In this case, there's 8 numbers, so it's even, which tells us that 22 and 24 are directly in the middle. So we need to take the average of those two, all right, by either adding them together and dividing by 2, or just looking in between and seeing what numbers directly between 22 and 24, which would have been 23. All right, so the answer for the second one there should have been 23. Okay, there it is. And moving on to the mode. All right, so the mode, if you can see that dot plot of random values, the mode is the most frequently occurring number in the data. All right, so in this data series of random values, you're looking at a chart, but you can see that it looks like 7 and 9 occur the most often. All right, they both have, it looks like 8 values. All right, so they occur 8 different times. And remember, there can be 2 modes. There can be multiple modes. So 7 and 9 would have been your answer on that one, all right? So you can see the options here. It was not 7 or 9 by themselves, but it was both 7 and 9. You can also have no mode in the case that there's no number that occurs the most often, all right? Then back to another median question. Got a few questions on this one on Google Classroom, but since it's already just talking about these different genres here, movie genres or book genres, it's already in order here, okay? So basically you had to just kind of play the cross-off game here, and comedy and sci-fi cancel each other out. There's 5 actions here, 1 drama, all right? So then that would cancel out 4 romance, but still we're left with romance in the middle. So that would still be the middle of your data, all right? So that would have been the answer for number 4 there for median. Okay, and scrolling through this range, we haven't talked about that yet, but that's just the span of your numbers. So an easy way to find the range is you take the largest number, which is 35 in this case. We just looked at this same data set a little bit ago for the median. The smallest is 14, all right? So we would just do max minus min, greatest minus smallest. So 35 minus 14, in this case, gets you 21, all right? Okay, so there is the 21 range for that problem. This one, pretty simple to find the mode. You basically look at this, this bar graph, and you can see the most frequently occurring is that green portion, all right? So you got to see, well, that's about from 60 to 80. So if we're being technical, that was from 60 to 79. That interval was the mode, all right? Okay, we get an appearance from, looks like Iron Man here, all right? Asking, how do we find the range of a set of data? Well, you had a 50% chance at this one because there were 2 correct answers, largest minus smallest or max minus min, all right? So if you clicked on either of those, you were correct. Statistical question. Well, that's just, that was featured in the Educations video. That's just a comparison of a large sample of items. In this case, you can't just compare your age or your best friend's age. You would have to compare everyone in the class, all right, all of their ages. And that would be a statistical question, all right? True or false, all circle graphs must add up to 100%. Okay, well, this was an example one talking about pizza. That's appropriate. All right, so yes, that all adds up to 100%. That is true. You always, when you're talking about statistics, have to add up to a full 100%. Okay, then we had a little word problem Wednesday. Mr. Fowler shopped in 5 stores for a pair of new shoes. So if you're ever shopping around for prices and the best deals, whether it's online or in store, it does vary quite a bit sometimes depending on which store you're looking at. So in this case, the prices varied as much as $32.17. So, the max minus the min, in this case for the pair of shoes, was $32.17, which is the range, all right? So we were looking for the range for this one. So you can see their range was the correct answer since it was the maximum minus the minimum cost of those pair of shoes for Mr. Fowler. Okay, we had another word problem, daily double. Okay, Sam measured the length of some garden snakes, and the lengths were listed there, 32, 21, 14, and 25 inches, respectively. What was the mean? And they give you, in parentheses here, a little hint, the average. That's the more well-known term, length of the 4 snakes. So I would just add all those up, divide by 4. You can take your handy-dandy calculator, maybe on your phone, or maybe you have your own TI-84. All right, you take your 32 plus 21 plus 14 plus 25. Add all those up, divide by the total number of snakes in this case, which was 4. And you can see 23 would be the mean length or the average length, all right? So that was our correct answer. And that brings us to the last one. I think we ended on a nice morale boost here. All right, it was the second largest category. So clearly pepperoni takes up half of the quote-unquote pie, all right, for this one. So the second largest category would be this purple, this quarter section, 25%, which was cheese, all right, for favorite pizza toppings. So that would have been cheese for the correct answer on that one, all right? And that's pretty much it. Hope that statistics review was helpful. Stay tuned for the next issue of Mathematical Superpowers.